This week on As the Ridge Turns, Charlie Coyote is out during the day. And the coons are out there during the cool mornings. And no fawn as of yet, but they're any time now. And the old groundhog is hamming it up. And old Billy Bob made an appearance. Welcome, friends. Welcome to the foothills of the Smokies. Another chapter of As the Ridge Turns here in East Tennessee. Now, we still had a little bit of rain, but it's dried up a lot now, and the temperatures are starting to get hot. And I hope y'all got some rain out there too, wherever you are. It's been so dry, but we needed it. Well, hope y'all doing fine and doing well and taking care of yourself on these beautiful spring days. The deer is still not had them fawns just of yet, but they're due any time. They're so heavy. And down here at the pond, well, the sinkhole, it's just a swamp, and it's got a little water in it, but it's so growed up. So growed up. Well, anyway, guys, I want you to relax, take care of yourself, and get your favorite drink, and let's see what showed up in front of the cameras this week. The old Charlie Coyote surprised himself on the camera. They don't like them cameras. And the coons is out during the day still, making their rounds before they go in for the day. And here's a comical picture of just deer following a turkey down the trail. You're liable to see anything. And you can see the does here. They haven't had them fawns yet. Some may have, but they haven't stepped in front of the cameras. But these does are due any time, waiting on the moon phase. And you can see they're heavy. They're just any time now. And they're just buying their time. My guess is it's a moon phase. They'll all have them. And little yearlings still running around the ridge. And the little young bucks, these are yearlings of last year's does, turning to growed up bucks. Of all sorts and sizes. But they're not with the bachelor herd. Still, they're just becoming bucks. And this looks like last year's twins. Yearlings from last year. They was fawns last year. Ain't they pretty? These does just buy their time browsing through the ridge till it's their time to have these young. And the turkey, they like these wet days in the woods. They're still moving around, but not as much as they used to. The old Tom there, ain't he pretty? And the old feral cat, looks like old Smoky here. They still on the ridge, coons still moving around during the day, different places. And old Billy Bob, he showed up for appearance, just easing through. He don't like these cameras whatsoever, but sometimes he just walks by them. And down at the acorn pile, oh, there's a coon during the day, and that's it. And at the salt block, little young deer here just checking things out, watching for them coyotes. But they all come to this salt block sometime or another, off and on, night or day. And they enjoy it. Keeps them healthy. And the little young bucks too. And down at the stump, little Carolina wren just singing himself away in the morning. Loves these little places off the ground. Ain't he pretty? And there's old Woody the wood thrush. He likes his perch too. And there's a play-headed woodpecker. You always hear them in the background. He's down on his stump pecking on it. And of course the squirrels is always here. Their favorite little spot to watch and to eat their lunch. And down at the cut, deer just doing their thing, moving from the ridge down to the fields, through these shortcuts in the rocks. And the whole herd uses it. Just traveling away, doing their thing. And there's part of the Dirty Dan clan. They use it too. And of course the little squirrels is always here. Of course they're everywhere on the ground. Always foraging for something. And up at the log, looks like a doe heavy with fawn are leaving herself and just browsing on the different leaves of these trees. Of course, old Ricky's got to stop by, see what's going on. Favorite spot. He's always here one time or another. And he moves on. And at the tree, deer browse through here like they do everywhere else. This is their home, and they just survive from day to day. And here's part of the Dirty Dan clan moving through. A little young one. Moves on. And up the rock, a little Carolina wren chasing bugs. And a little titmouse. And a little ground squirrel eating on something. Got his jaws full. And even the coon browsing through here in the daytime. That's a rare event. Checking out these cameras. And the deer. They always watching out for something though. And the little squirrels is a-playing. They always find something to eat on too. And the Dirty Dan clan, they've got to see what's going on at the rock, at their home here. And they're enjoying the patio too. Different glimpses of it, but they settle down and relax on a sunny afternoon. Coming and going. Different angles of them on these cameras. And they can be so calm. Just checking the neighborhood out and relaxing. Ain't they cute? Just having a relaxing time. But they do their own thing too. Now, all I filmed this week of two-wheeler, one clip here in front of the Rock Motel. Bless his heart, born handicapped. And at the back door, all I filmed was two-wheeler coming through. Lord bless him. And down at the pond, all I filmed now during the daytime was a little squirrel prowling in the leaves here. And on the other camera, nothing tripped it. Look at the weed. I'm going to either have to cut them all down or move the camera up somewhere. That's all I can say. Come dark, oh, the old coons is out. Their favorite time of the day, nighttime. And they just run around in their little gang. This is their home. What can they get into? And our Stripe, the skunk, moving through the woods, doing his thing. He stays at the Rock Motel too. And the little possums, they love finding these bugs. They love to eat them. And here's a comical picture of Stripe trying to back the camera down. He finally gets tired of it and moves on. In the doe, waiting their time, just browsing the woods, night or day. And the deer herd, just who's got the point, going through these trails, watching out for them coyotes. And here they are, old Charlie. Sorry, Charlie, move on. Leave the little deer alone. But they'll never leave them alone. And at the acorn pile, that looks like Scar going passing through. Coon. And a little field mouse down here getting the crumbs of what he can. And at the salt block, the deer herd moving in. Love the salt block. And you can see the does here, how heavy they are. They just haven't had them yet. Now remember, these videos are always a week to a week and a half behind, so they may have had them by now when you're watching this. But I can only show you what steps in front of the cameras. There's a little young buck. I haven't seen the big bachelor herd though. They're here. And down at the cut, deer just use it during the night just like they do during the day. There's a little young buck. These little young ones are most likely last year's fawns. They just growed up. And of course the coons, all the other little animals use these shortcut too. And the old skunk. And up at the tree, that looks like old Stub, the feral cat. I haven't seen him in a while. Didn't film old Yaller this week. A little skunk eating them bugs. Well, a possum, I'm sorry. And the coons is always coming through here. And up at the rock, coons didn't hang around much. They come through, but they didn't hang around very much. There's no tail. Coming and gone. And there's a sparrow cat, looks like old Tiger. Ain't seen him in a week or two either. But he's here looking for Mighty Mouse. Didn't see Mighty Mouse this week. And there's a possum. Looks like Wilma. That bag there. And there's Stripe. Enjoying himself on a wet afternoon in the evening. And at the back door, all up filmed at night, was the possum coming through. And up on the ridge, yes, the coons are always moving towards the pond. And the possum. But they're always finding these bugs. They don't care what kind of bug it is, they'll eat it. Eat them all. These little animals got a purpose in life and nature. They're eating them bugs. Heading towards the pond, though. Can't see them, but they're there. And here's the only picture I got at the pond. Old coon prowling in the leaves at night. Nothing on the other camera. I come down. That looks like Scar there prowling around on a foggy early morning. Prowling in the leaves. Looking whatever he can find. He ain't picky either. He'll eat bugs. And across the ridge, all the other little deer look like a little young buck moving up the ridge at dawn. And a little doe. And you can see how heavy they are. I hope the next video we'll see some pond. But I can't show you but what steps in front of the camera. And here's a rare little glimpse of a mother doe cleaning last year's little pond, which is growed up to a little buck. But the deer go about their business all day, just trying to find something to eat and survive. But so is old Charlie. They all got their own purpose. That's the way nature is. But it's time for the little squirrels. They let all this traffic go by, and they go on about their business. But they gotta watch out for them hawks. But they enjoy themselves all day long. And they like to play games too. Well guys, that's just what stepped in front of the cameras. Hopefully we see some pond next video. But anyway, take care out there. Tune in next week. God bless, and I'll see you next time.